Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach and we're doing another Ecomi VeVe video. Currently, the price is 7332 and a low of 7145 and a high of 7782. So I would say that it's fairly what's the word, reasonable to say that we are stabilizing in the sevens right now, and I guess we'll see if we hit that 1 cent in October. Obviously MTL, MCP, all these good things. Now of course, only was it yesterday or the day before, I can't remember now, the VeVe Spaces Clubhouse thing was going on. I posted a lot of what was going on there. We have more stuff to look over there, and then eventually we're going to start looking at some other stuff too. Although I think yesterday actually we went over some Fortnite stuff too. I'm also going to have a look at some other licenses that I'm expecting for VeVe to announce at some point soon. Either way though, let's go over what we did with last time with Premiere, where we're essentially going to listen over to it through here, etc.
These sets, as far as MCP goes, because that's the reason why I wanted it. Like I was hoping that we'd have like a more clear answer, but as far as sets goes, like I want to start getting what I want to get. Like I feel like I'm getting stuff like that maybe a lot of people might like, but I'm not into. So as far as like, what if I just stopped getting sets right now and I just started getting what I wanted, as far as like, let's say the Harley Quinn, like I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that likes the uncommon and the common more than the rare and ultra rare. So in that case, like how bad is that gonna affect like a person in my position?
A great question. I mean, ultimately, you know, we want to be rewarding people who are collecting and completing sets, because they are the, you know, very active users in the community. However, you will just get a like a daily bonus for having that set, so you will be getting extra points. But on the flip side of that, if you don't have completed sets and you just have a whole bunch of collectibles, then you are still earning points for those collectibles as well. And like,
I do apologize, but I just realized I'm going to have messed up the music now, so let me just, okay, there we go.
Like I mentioned, if some of them are super rares, you'll be getting extra bonuses. And there's other things that you can do, like in-app activity, such as, you know, interacting on the feed, or sharing your content or participating in the market. These will all go towards your points as well. So, I mean, ultimately, someone who is collecting every collectible and has every set will be earning more points, but there are only, you know, so many people out there who can do that.
Is there a certain criteria right now that you guys can say like, oh, that guy or that gal is for sure like in the MCP program? Or like, what do you guys, like, if it was to happen right now, like what would you say as far as like the MCP program goes?
Yeah, well, basically everyone who is a registered user in VeVe is part of the MCP program. Where you are in that MCP program in terms of your level or rank comes down to a whole bunch of different factors that I outlined earlier.
Okay, and as far as like, I know you spoke on, you started off with like the bots, or you know, the team started off with bots and whatnot. I'm a firm believer, like, I'm sorry, like, I think there's a lot more than 1%, but at the same time, like, even if it was just 1%, like, that takes away, like, a chance or a couple chances that I have on drops. I'm not mad or anything. How can I say it? It's disappointing, yeah, but I'm not mad, because I believe in VeVe, and I know where it's going. So I will go to the market as much as I can to get what I need to get in order to complete a set, but it's not fun. It really isn't. And when I have, and I got the whole family involved, you know, and it's becoming, I don't want to, I'll speak for myself when I say, like, I'm neck deep into this investment. I think of you guys as an investment, so I invested into the collectibles and whatnot. I don't know anything about blockchain or anything like that. Do I want to learn it? I believe I will. But at the same time, like, I'm going into the market spending thousands of dollars. Like, and I'm not forced to, but at the same time, like, if it's an investment, then I'm going to do what I got to do to secure it. So what's your take on that as far as like a user like me?
Yeah, well, like I said, it's unfortunate that we have to deal with these bots. You know, I mean, there are just nefarious actors out there who will try to, scam the whole community. But the reality is, like I mentioned earlier, is that the reason the drops are getting so much more difficult, and why the perception that there is significantly more bots, is because there are just thousands of new users coming in. Like I mentioned earlier, 45,000 odd people were going for Edo, of 1900 editions. So that level of competition, does impact your ability to participate in a drop. And we are, again, as I said, we have people within the company who are dedicated to ensuring that the drops are absolutely fair as possible and minimizing any of these sort of bot activities. And just one other thing I'll mention on that is that if you see an account with 0 collectibles, that does not mean by any means that it's a bot. It literally could be a new user that started today or yesterday or a week ago who doesn't have anything. So I think there's a lot of information out there that has been skewed in a certain way because there's a certain perception that's being promoted at the moment. But for the most part, it's not accurate. But I am being honest with the community and saying that anyone, whether it's sneakers or VeVe collectibles or any music ticket companies, we have to deal with these bots, and that's just unfortunately just part of the course of having these popular products.
Now, there were a couple of things that were touched upon there, but I specifically really want to go to the bot situation. So we actually made a video I posted it a week ago, and somehow it's already like the 7th most viewed video on this channel. And I know why. It's not somehow. I know exactly why, because I've been doing YouTube long enough on many different channels to know that when you're talking about something negative with red in the thumbnail that people click, hence why my most viewed video is about Ecomi being a scam. And that was because I wanted to get people's attention to essentially look at the FUD and dissect it. Having said that, so where are we at with the bots? Well, realistically, in the video that I made about bots scamming the system, and Ecomi have used that word too. What was important to note was that there are bots there, right? Now, does that mean that there is more than 1%? Well, we probably, and I did it for a fact, I went over every bot name that was shown in those videos that were shared on Twitter, and there were probably about 8 of them, I'd guess. But when you're going over each and every one of them over, say, the space of 15 to 17 seconds consecutively, it seems like more than 8. And so I don't know, and you don't know, obviously, how widespread the bot issue really is. Dan is saying that it's 1%. That is incredibly possible. The accounts that we looked at weren't even they were barely 0.001 probably percent of the entire user base. The reality is that when we're looking at hundreds of thousands of users, even 1,000 bots, you're looking at 1%, right? So of course that does have an issue with certain people, and they're not saying that they don't have an issue. There's clearly an issue there, but when it comes down to tech, there is only so much that is possible. And this doesn't just happen with VeVe. Dan's talking about music sales, etc. But this happens just in general with hacking, with understanding of digital vulnerabilities. So for example, in gaming, right, you have competitive games where different games have different anti-cheat systems. Some are better than others. Valorant, for example, hence why I can't point towards it for some reason. But yeah, Valorant, the box over there, etc. Valorant has a anti-cheat called Vanguard. It's incredibly intrusive. People have said that it's China spying on their computers. I'm not getting into the politics of it, but that is a conversation that has been held, right? But the reality is that Valorant has one of the least cheaters in ecosystem in the entire gaming industry. The reason is that it has a kernel level access. Some of you will know what that means, some of you won't. But the point being is that the more intrusive you get, the harder it is. The more intrusive a anti-competitive or a competition system gets. How do I explain this? I'm trying to think now. So let's say, for example, VeVe, right? VeVe could maybe, I don't even know because I don't know mobile well enough, but if they had a kernel level system, it would most likely mean that there's less bots. But many people within the crypto scene would hate a kernel level anti-cheat, as it basically is, because the amount of politics that would get around there, around is China spying on us, etc. I know it would happen. Trust me, I've seen it already. So what I'm trying to say is that there's definitely bots, but there's bots everywhere. There's always bad actors in every tech scene. And so 1% definitely will take away some of the chances from some people, but there's only so much that is possibly done about it. No matter the circumstances, whether you're collecting as yourself because you want to earn a bit of side money or turn it into your full-time income in college, whether you're a father of 3, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, whatever. Doesn't matter what demographic you are, doesn't matter if you're a college student who is trying to learn medicine. I don't care. Like, the point being is that everyone has the same opportunity in that regard. Obviously, not everyone has the same opportunity because you have different, AWS connections, you have different hardware, and all those things you can do can obviously help you get an advantage. But at the end of the day, bots are always going to be a reality in technology. And I'm not saying that VeVe shouldn't work on it, but they are. Hence why from what we're aware of at least, and trust me, if it comes out that VeVe aren't putting things in place, and if it comes out that there is really more than 1% of bots, etc., yada yada yada, you already, I do more views on those sorts of videos than I do on talking about licenses. So what do you think I'm going to cover anyway? Having said that, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. I'm not trying to minimize this person's issues. I'm just trying to contextualize it, because the thing is, when Dan or Reese or David talk about this stuff, they are part of Ecomi. I'm not. I'm an independent. I can talk about whatever I want as long as it's YouTube TOS compliant. So therefore, yeah, that's all I have to say. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to continue making more videos about this and other things as it comes up, looking at more licenses, IPs, because that's where I sort of stand out the most, I think. And eventually we'll also be going more into the Omi utility as well, because there were some other things in the Q&A about sort of experiences with National Geo. It's going to be exciting. That being said, let me know in the comments below if this video was interesting or helpful to you in any way, shape, or form. A like was much appreciated. And if you would like to be kept happening in this topic every single day, more time today, this is my channel and I get everything on every single day. So if you want to be everything happening, hit that subscribe button and keep it on. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next VeVe video.